I'm not gonna lie.
What's going on, guys? This is Jackson Prince of Texas men's basketball here with Hudson Greer. I just finished watching Lake Travis play Dripping Springs. Hud, you had a good game, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how many points you finished with?
I have no idea. Somewhere close to 30, I think. But we got the dub, so it don't matter.
That's a good answer, though. No, I mean, the best players never really know how many points they scored after the game. But no, I mean, y'all had a handy win out there. What were you seeing out there?
I just felt like they were sagging in the zone. I feel like all of our guys' eyes light up just because I feel like we can shoot the ball very well. We didn't show it tonight, but I feel like all our guys' eyes light up. And then on offense, I feel like anyone can go one-on-one with it.
Yeah. So, on the defensive end, y'all were getting some deflections. How do you feel like? How good does it feel when you get one of those transition buckets?
I mean, just to hype up the crowd for everyone here. It's an awesome experience. Just everyone getting hyped, showing the city love, and just lining it up on the map.
Nah, facts. Especially when you got dunks like you're pulling out. Yeah, you had a couple good ones tonight, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what about you were shooting the ball. You came out of the gate and you hit a deep three.
Yeah.
And
ultimate green light of confidence, just like trying not to get down on myself because I feel like that's when it can get worse. But when you let's say I go 1 for 5, the next 3 can go in. So I can just play the way I want to play.
Just shooters have a quick memory loss. I mean, I definitely experienced that in my game too. So you already know how it goes, man. So I guess the last thing I'll ask you is, obviously you're one of the players that's talked about the most on your team and in the Austin area. But how much of every game do you attribute to your teammates?
Every single game. You saw that 9 from our number 5, just the way they get me looks. It's not all just about me, but the amount of times I get open in transition, they just hit me and they trust me to make those plays.
Yeah.
It's just really a blessing.
Not for sure, man. And it's good to see that, your teammates and your coaches got so much confidence in you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see you doing well, man. And you're just a junior, man, so you got time.
Yes, sir.
Well, shoot, brother. Great game, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Love. Also, man, I'm here with those Dripping Springs players. Are you thinking about the defense, or are you just trying to get the way?
I'm just trying to make sure I get the ball off the backboard, try and spin it a good way to make sure you get in. Or I'm trying to dunk it if I'm jumping up there.
Yeah, not facts.
Most of the time I'm trying to dunk it. If not, get it off the backboard in a good way.
Yeah, not for sure. And what's that feeling like when you score the ball and you just see the crowd go nuts?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It makes, I like making the crowd get hyped because it gets us hyped, and then we have energy going in the game.
Yeah. So obviously you're a starter on the team. You're one of the best players. I really enjoyed watching you tonight. So how do you think it is? Y'all got 15 guys on the roster. So how would you say that those last 7 or 8 guys who don't get to play as much? How do you think your relationship is with them?
Oh no, it's great. Practices are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always try and have fun. We do a lot of team bonding stuff. Once a month we do. We help people who are in need, and it's kind of a good group thing that we do. And then we're starting team dinners on Thursdays.
Really?
So yeah, our bond is great.
That's awesome, man. No, I love to see that, and that's something that we do at the college level too. I mean, I'm a player at the University of Texas. I just got there. I'm a freshman, and the type of stuff that you're talking about doing, that's the same kind of thing that we do. So, what's it like having a new head coach?
It's great. I love Coach Shaver. I like the energy that the whole coaching staff brings each practice. They hold us accountable. It's great.
Yeah, not for sure, man. Well, great game tonight, man. That was a really good win against a pretty solid Dripping Springs team. You got anything else that you want to say about the game?
Nah, man, go Cavs.
My man.
Appreciate it.
Here with Coach Shaver of Lake Travis. They just finished playing against Dripping Springs, where they had a large double-digit victory. Coach, what did you think about the game?
I mean, it's good. We talk about setting the tone early, and playing our style, playing with our pace. I think we did a good job in the first half, but I think we really turned it on and did what we wanted to do in the second half, coming out in that third quarter.
How big of an emphasis is your transition offense?
It's huge. We want to play. We always call it with pace and space, and so we want to get out. I think in that first half we had some turnovers, that maybe some forced things, but at the same time, that's what we mean. We'll live with that kind of turnover because again, you saw it in the second half. It leads to a lot of buckets.
Yeah. For sure. And, me and you were talking before the game. Dripping Springs, obviously a really good shooting team.
Yeah.
What was your game plan as far as trying to limit their three-point attempts?
Well, and that's what it was on. We just erased it in the locker room. They shoot the ball really well, and so what we told them is we can't let them get into a rhythm.
Right.
And so our defense is a little different. It looks like a man sometimes, looks like a zone, and so it throws people off. And so again, we pushed up the pressure as far because some of those guys can shoot from the volleyball line. So we were going, hey, you got to get up. And sometimes against other teams, we're not guarding that far out.
Right.
But we had to to adjust, and we got beat on some slips in the first half, but I think the second half we did a lot better adjusting to it.
So I noticed that you guys run a little bit of a matchup zone. How are you able to really make the coaching decision of like, okay, now we're in a matchup zone, and the next play we're going to man it?
We have drilled that since we got here in June, and so it's huge when you have a lot of great players that are smart in how to play the game. And so a lot of times it's maybe a call on the floor. We trust our guys. We tell them, like, look, man, we've put the work in. We've worked so hard to be able to get to where we are. Now, out of a timeout, we may call something, but if somebody calls it on the floor, we live with it, and that's what we trust our guys to make the call, and they go and play hard.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're a new coach. You're undefeated at home. Talk about what that change has been like for you, how you're establishing culture, and then what it means for you to be undefeated in your building.
Yeah, we talk about, we always say, we have to be undefeated at home. We got to protect our house. And that's huge, especially in the district. We've got some good road wins. I think culture, though, is what you see. I mean, what I love, we were talking about it, is what, we saw on the baseline, but there was probably 20 or 25 kids that are, I don't know, maybe kindergarten through 5th grade, 6th grade, that were sitting there on the baseline and cheering us on. Like, that's the part of culture that we're trying to build.
Right.
That is a community. It's not just us. It's not the 15 in the locker room with the coaches and all that. It's everybody. It's a community-wide, which is why we try to go out and serve. Like, today we got out early, but we wrapped presents for 4 families, and that's a big thing. It's a servant leadership, and we want them to understand that that's a part of life. Like, when we serve, we're not just thinking about ourselves. We get outside of ourselves, which is what we want to do in a game. We don't want to be selfish. We don't want to take, we always talk about taking our shots. We want to take our shots in the game so that we're not a selfish team. And when we have more assists than we do turnovers, we're 2-1 right now with that. And I think it all stems all the way down. Yeah, I've never coached a team before that has a 2-to-1 ratio. I think it's 2.2 to 1. Wow. It's a huge one. But I think it stems from the stuff we do off the court.
Right.
Like we do Man Up Mondays, talking about stuff. We're serving in the community every month. But it gets them to say, look, it's not about me. And I think a generation of what we have teaches that. Like, social media teaches all about you. And so if we can get them to understand that this life's not about you, and when you serve, man, it does something. You're serving for somebody else, but it does something for yourself. For sure. And when we do that, man, it's great to see the culture that we have with our kids, all the way down, like even to the freshmen. But it's a fun thing to be able to build and watch it blossom as it goes through.
No, that's awesome, Coach. Man, I've heard a lot about you. This is my first time I've been able to come watch you guys play. This is our first time really getting a chance to talk. But man, I've loved every minute of it.
I appreciate it.
Really.
I mean, like I said, we're going to come and watch you guys. We've already watched it once this year, and we're bringing our team out on the 1st, so it'll be fun to bring everybody there and just try to get to see what it's like to play at that college level.
Awesome. That's a lot of fun, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.